doesn't matter where I keep my emergency fund. You know, could I keep is a money market fund in a brokerage account versus a high yield savings? Does it really matter?
No, I'd say, obviously, if it's an emergency fund, it needs to be available. It probably shouldn't be fluctuating dramatically as far as that goes in terms of the principal. And that's where you'll often see them in, checking accounts, savings accounts, high yield savings, those types of things. I would be looking more towards something that paid well, right?
Yeah,
You were talking to me today about what the Charles Schwab
yeah.
money market
I
pays.
think it pays like 4.15% right now
Yeah.
for the 7-day yield.
Now, that can change in terms of it can go up, if the rates come down, it would come back down, that kind of thing. It was really low not that long ago.
Yeah.
However, the principle doesn't change. With most money markets, you buy 1 share for a dollar, right?
Hmm.
And so, they're pretty safe as far as that goes. And that's kind of that's a really nice rate of return for something like
Yeah,
that.
so you want something stable that doesn't have principal. You want it to be easily accessible. So you generally don't want CDs at that point unless you do some sort of short-term CD ladder
Yep.
because you want to have those funds available in case you need that. And if you have to break a CD, sometimes you have to pay a penalty,
Right.
whether it be interest penalty or some sort of or just principal penalty. It could be that. And so you want to kind of avoid anything with lockups, I would say.
Yeah, exactly. I think there isn't enough money being paid from a CD that is high enough as so if a CD was paying 7% and the
Hmm.
money market is paying 4, I'll probably take the chance to do the CD because maybe I don't need the emergency money, and even if I have to break it, I pay the penalty. I'm way ahead.
Yeah.
It could be 5 years from now. However, if the CD and the money market are almost exactly the same, it doesn't work. So, and that's why the money markets are I think, a much better bet than the CDs as far as that goes. That's something to watch. Sometimes those change, but
Yeah. So if you don't have a high yield savings account, but you have a brokerage account and you want to have an emergency fund and you don't want to open another account, you could do a money market fund in your brokerage account.
yeah,
Just know that you not really going to touch that for investment and it just has to stay there kind
yeah.
of as a
Yeah,
protection.
usually you have to kind of buy that money market. So there's a money market attached to your brokerage accounts. Those pay very little,
Yeah.
and that's actually where the brokerage makes some money. But you can often find a ticker symbol for that money market that you want that pays more, and you buy that. And the nice thing about that is it's kind of separated. You can see, okay, this particular money market with that ticker symbol, this is my emergency fund.
Mm.
And yeah, it's in my brokerage account. That's fine. It makes it easy. I don't have to open a new account or anything, and I can, just kind of make sure mentally that I'm understanding what that is, and I can build that up. I can keep adding to it to the point where I want it to be, and that is something to continue to look at towards retirement. Also, right? It's just how much do you want to have in that, and maybe it's not high as high as you'd like it now, so slowly build it up, right? So yeah, it's a good place.